What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? GAC97 here once again. I figured for October I'm going to do a game I like to play, even though it's been over 2 years since I played this. But what better game to do than The Evil Within for October? If you could tell by my voice, I'm having a real hard time talking, let alone hearing, because I've got a cold or something. Now, as I said, I haven't played this for a while. A long while, actually. So I'm not going to be playing on Akumu. I'll just play on survival for now. Sometime in the future there will be an Akumu walkthrough. It just may be a very, very long time. Because when I beat the game on Akumu originally, it took me about 3 months, and that's just because once I got to chapter 13 I just kind of quit playing it. I was getting so fucking fed up with dealing with Rubik clones all the time. I don't know if I can remember how to skip this shit. Not that button. There we go. All cutscenes will be skipped. If I beat this in time, or if I have enough time during all this, I will be doing a stream of The Evil Within 2, which again, I haven't played that in about a year as well. On The Evil Within 2 though, I may end up getting trophies during the stream, just because I haven't platinumed it yet. This is 100% complete, other than the DLC, because I never bought it. Bought the game because when I first bought the game a few years ago, it was only 20 or so bucks, I think. This is a game where I'm gonna need volume because it can be a little challenging without it. Okay, this right here is one of the biggest features of this game that is nice to have. You can either set or not have the letterboxing on. By default, it is on though. So it kind of sucks. Especially, I believe when the game came out originally, there was no option to turn off the letterboxing. Sorry about the fan that you may hear. It is pretty hot, but that also could be that I have a fever or something. I don't fucking know. I love the way this game looks. I definitely prefer The Evil Within 1 over 2 because I don't really enjoy 2 as much as I do 1. I feel like they tried to make a sandbox game in a horror game, which was weird. There's not too many good sandbox style horror games, or at least trying to be extremely scary, because Dead Island isn't scary, Dying Light isn't scary, nothing like that is scary. Just for some fun facts for the game, I guess. Sebastian Castellanos is voiced by a guy named Anston Mount. I believe that's how his name's pronounced. I may be wrong about the first name though. He was in AMC's Hell on Wheels. He was also in he was in a few movies that I've seen, such as a movie called Non-Stop, which was about an airplane being hijacked or some shit, and a movie called Supremacy. Those are the only movies I've seen him in. Kidman, I think that's what her name is voiced by man, I can't remember her name. Jennifer Carpenter. That's her name. And she is best known for playing Deborah Morgan on Showtime's show Dexter, which if you haven't seen that show and you like a really interesting drama murder show, that's the show to go watch. It's fantastic. And for all of the nerdy people who went crazy over Spider-Man being released, the voice of, what's his name? Joseph does the voice of the new Spider-Man. I'm glad that's the only first-person section of this game, unlike with The Evil Within 2. The Evil Within 2 has the option to have first-person, which is just dumb. Okay, so all we gotta do is come in here. We're supposed to grab the key. It's right here. It's all coming back to me, even though it's gonna come back slowly to me, just because this game is pretty old. But graphically, I think it's amazing. A game doesn't have to look realistic to have an amazing graphics. Oh, excuse me. Hopefully within the next few streams that I do of this, because it's going to be a while to get this game done. My voice goes back to being like normal and I can hear again, so because right now you're probably going to hear my TV a little bit, or you're going to hear a little bit of an echo, because I have to have my volume on my TV up, because I can't hear shit out of my right ear just from being sick. So I'm going to try to balance it out. I'll check everything later. No, this game really isn't all that hard. The hardest part is just Akuma, because it is a one-shot kill, but it's also a fair difficulty. You die in one shot, but you can beat it. It's not that it's gonna just destroy you to beat it. If I can do it, I know anyone else can. There's people who do speedruns on it and beat the game in under 5 hours with no upgrades on Akuma. It's just a test of patience for the most part. And I'm not a guy who has a lot of patience, even though some of my previous streams might suggest I am a guy with a lot of patience. I can be for certain games, but this was not one of them. And yes, this is our stuck movement speed for now. Once we get out of this part of this chapter, we'll be able to move faster. I don't believe there's anything down here right now. Later on, I think we get other stuff in this area. Yeah, because we're able to come back here. I don't know why I checked that. This is actually a game I've wanted to do walkthrough on for well, good number of years now. Basically since I beat it, but I never got around to it. And the first walkthrough I did was of Dying Light, and I got that after this. So at that point, this game had taken the back seat. So it's just kind of how things ended up happening. There's supposed to be like a fucking file in here. Now I won't be collecting everything just because that's how it's gonna be. Sorry about that. I ended up getting a phone call right there.
Where's the exit?
This guy has the file, that's right. As I was saying, I won't be collecting everything just because, god damn it, just because I really don't remember where everything is. If I did, I would try to, and I'll try to collect as much stuff as I can, but I hadn't played the game in over 2 years, so it was well over 2 years ago that I've collected everything. I'll try to get as many of the statues as I can, as many of the map fragments, even though I think there's like 48 of them, or 42. There's a lot of them. But it just likely isn't going to happen, unfortunately. But it's honestly, unless you're going for the trophy, the weapons that you get from collecting the map fragments aren't worth it, because you just get an armor-piercing rifle, which doesn't do any more damage than your own rifle. The only thing I think it's different, it might be a semi-auto instead of a bolt action. I don't remember. The pistol is way too wasteful. It's a 911, which is, it looks cool because there is a continuity error in the game. There we go. I pressed X there for a minute. But there is a continuity error in the game when you encounter a boss in chapter 14 named Quell. He pinned you against the wall, and instead of pulling out the revolver to shoot him, Sebastian pulls out a 911, and I think it's a 911, at least it looks like one from what I remember, and shoots him. But the only 911 you get in the game is the burst fire one that sucks. And there is, let me think. I believe there's 5 unlockable weapons in the game. I believe there's 5 unlockable weapons in the game, and there's only one that doesn't suck. Alright, so once you get the icon to exit, you can go ahead and exit. You're going to want to crouch through all this area though. I want that bottle right there, by the way. He won't walk out here, or at least he hasn't before when I did this. And the funny part is, it's actually, you're actually able to kill him right here. Oh, it ain't gonna let me pick up that bottle. That sucks. Whatever.
Can't let him see me.
That is my leg bleeding. Now I don't remember if there's a box in front of this one right now or not. There is. That sucks. If I had a bottle, I could break that, but since I don't. Okay, let me see, where is he? He's gotta be over here on this side. There he is. Woo! Now, if you want to just run, you can. I don't recommend it. I'm dodging him. Shit. All I gotta do is get to this door. Get to the door. Get to the second door. Now Sebastian's actually gonna pick up the pace a little bit here. It doesn't seem like much, but he is moving a tiny bit faster. Oh yeah, I can't skip this because that's the end of that chapter. Now I believe we're... I think we wake up in the asylum here, or... No, we don't. That don't happen in... Oh, maybe it does. I don't remember. I guess for a little bit more facts about this game while we're waiting. The voice of Ruvik is a guy named Jackie Earle Haley. Jackie Earle Haley is best known for playing Rorschach in the Watchmen movie and Freddy Krueger from the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. He was also in the movie last year, I think it was called The Dark Tower. It sucks not being able to skip this right here. I'm trying every button, but I can't. So, The Evil Within was made by Shinji Mikami, as most people know at this point. Its name in Japan or other regions that, well, I don't know about other regions that speak English and everything, but in Japan the game is known as Psycho Break. It's a pretty cool name for the game, really. This is, a lot of people compare this to Resident Evil 4, but there's really not too much going on other than the field of view that is similar to Resident Evil 4, because you have a quick menu for your weapons. You can use the up and down, left and right. You can use the D-pad to get through those. But this has a far darker tone than Resident Evil 4 did. And you also, there is a few sections that I can even compare to Resident Evil 4, but just because the same person made the same games, well, both games, doesn't mean that it's doesn't mean that it's similar in any fashion. This has nothing on Resident Evil 4. As much as I love the Evil Within, it's nowhere near as good as Resident Evil 4. It took everything that Resident Evil 4 did well, and it does it the exact same, but at the same time, everything that Resident Evil 4 did bad, this doesn't have.
Anybody there?
Like, the only real bad section of this is I don't even think you really have an escort mission in this. With fucking Resident Evil 4, you had to watch Ashley's ass the entire time. There's not really an Ashley character in here. I think the few times that you have to fight enemies with other people in the game, they can take care of themselves pretty effectively, actually. Diana. The save system in this game is a little weird, but it works. And now we're gonna go upgrade, or have the ability to upgrade now. If you're going for the trophy where you don't use any green gel, this one doesn't count. I wish that there was an option to not even sit in the chair. But you do have to do this part of the game, and you do have to get this upgrade.
What the hell?
You mustn't fight. This is for your own good.
Sorry about the screen blurring out there a little bit. There we go.
There now. You see? All better.
Now, I guess a game that I can compare this to directly is The Evil Within 2. As I've stated, I'm not a big fan of The Evil Within 2. It's a good game, it's lacking what this had. A lot of people feel different about it. I love how this game was designed. There is a few bad parts, like I can't even deny it, but there's just things that this did well that The Evil Within 2 tried to do, and they completely failed. I hope I ain't got the brass knuckles. Because if I do, I'm not going to be punching anything. The only thing you have to do is follow this trail of blood, which will take you up here to where you gotta go. More green gel. But this game had the difficulty called Akumu, which means nightmare, and you died in one hit. The Evil Within 2 has a difficulty called Classic. Classic is fucking just lazy. It's a lazy game design. And what they did is they have it on the hardest difficulty in that game, which is Nightmare difficulty. But you only get 7 saves, no upgrades. I'm fine with it not being any upgrades. Oh, I'd even be fine if it was a one-shot kill, but no. It's 7 saves with no checkpoints. That is a lazy game design. And as much as some of my favorite games have that game design to it, I'm tired of it. Like, Dead Space 2 had hardcore. That was one of the first games I played where it had a no checkpoint system with saves. Well, newer game, I should say, other than the old Resident Evil games where you would save and that's where your checkpoint was. But it's lazy now, especially since with the Jeez, fucking slap the hell out of me.
My God, Conroy.
Fucking bitch. I'm trying to remember what button turns on the flashlight. There it is. Or the lantern, I should say. This game does have some frame fails to it, which sucks, but I mean, I can't control it. Now we're gonna meet another character. If you watched all the cutscenes, you would know who this is. This is Leslie. And they're just demonstrating that you can detect traps, and if you see those little floating bits of blood that just kind of glow a weird reddish color or reddish pink color, it usually indicates that you're near a trap. But you can disarm every trap in the game if you wish. It does give you trap parts which you can make bolts out of. And I think a couple other things, or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong game, but again, it has been a little while. Yeah, I didn't pick up no first aid kit back there when I was walking through the woods, because there is a first aid kit just outside of the ambulance when you're coming out here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to be sneaky, because I know there's a couple of haunted out here. Matches really aren't too useful in the game. You can go through the whole game without using one. Really the only useful bit is, because like this guy, you don't need to use it on him, he's dead. The only useful reason to have them is with a boss called Laura, and if you knock an enemy on the ground, you can burn them too with just the match. Alright, so I thought this was the door where I was going to meet a guy, a haunted, but I was wrong. Now, to activate the mirrors, you have to pick up the purple item that's inside the room. Then the mirror will crack and allow you to get through it.
Shit.
Now, the piano tone or score that you hear there is Moonlight Sonata. Oh no, Clair de Lune, my bad. By Debussy. For anybody who watches Family Guy, they will remember a Family Guy joke about Debussy and Bach.
I don't know if that was a bad dream. This is.
Whatever is the matter?
I'm more interested about getting the health upgrade. Oh, I don't have enough. I got enough for reload, but yeah, fuck it. Oh, that door ain't gonna work, huh? Yeah. Let's go ahead and head back to the real, really none of this is the real world. You basically go within a dream, within another dream. It's kind of weird. It's really weird to describe how this game works, let alone to describe the story. Down here there is an enemy that I'm just gonna stab him in the back of the head, hopefully, or break his neck. I don't know. There's different animations in the game, but whether or not it will do one is kind of weird. Now sometimes I have seen this guy turn around. Like he was about to do right there until I pressed X and stabbed his ass. That's what I want. Go ahead and heal up. Now I can actually sprint. For people who haven't played this, your sprint in this game sucks. It even sucks when it's maxed out. There's first one. There's one of the first keys that you can find. That actually might be the first key that you are able to find. But the keys will open up lockers in the one area. Welcome to the stream. Oh, goodbye from the stream. Now he's all barbed wired. These are the haunted. Okay, that guy's aware of me. Are you fucking kidding me? That's the move I wanted to do. Now these guys are pretty dumb, so or at least these first two that you fight here. They aren't exactly the brightest. Shit. Obviously, I'm not either. So I'm looking for really anything I could potentially use to attack this guy. You can find like axes and stuff along with burning pieces of wood, and you can use those to attack. But it's just, I don't think they appear until the next chapter or later into this chapter. They are useful to have though. Where the hell is the other guy? Where's the hell is the guy that I'm supposed to... There he is! That works. Okay. That worked too. Wasn't what I was wanting to do. Hey, there. Nope. Wasn't what I was wanting to do, but he's dead. I'll just burn this corpse to show you. Now, if a haunted does walk over another burning haunted, they can catch on fire. So it can be a strategic move, but at the same time, it can be something that hurts you in the long run because you think, oh well, they're gonna die from that, and then you light a corpse on fire and they walk over and guess what, they ain't dead. But I'm probably only gonna do the first two chapters. Per stream I think I might be able to do 2 chapters at a time, but I don't really want to do too much today because I'm not really feeling good. I wish I was feeling better. Up here we are going to fight a lot more. There is a trophy for beating this chapter undetected, I think. And I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't the easiest thing to do. one. Now I am going to warn you, there are traps in this area, so be careful. There's a few guys back here too. I'm going back here just to collect anything I can. I think there's 3 enemies in this area. I don't remember. 3 or 4. So I want to pick up that bottle or brick, whatever it was that I just seen right here. Woo! Uh-oh. This is gonna hurt. That's one of those things that I was wanting to mention, and I'm glad it happened to me so that I could show it. If you do run out of stamina, you are pretty much fucked. Just gonna use that just because later in the game there's a possibility I won't be using any medkits because I'll either forget that I have them or something else. I know there's a couple more guys in here, and I thought I heard someone because, dumb. So I'm gonna pick that up. Check this one. Of course, there's a damn door right there blocking my view. Covered, my bad. More trap parts. Trap parts are a lovely thing to have. You can never have too many of them. Break the boxes to check for anything that could be useful. That guy is not dead. That's one of those things I was talking about where you can knock them down to burn them. Now, when you do knock them down, they tend to throw a hissy fit. Welcome to the stream, whoever's here. That hissy fit that they throw is just, you do have to be careful of that, especially on Akuma difficulty, because it can hit you and kill you. You also have to be careful of doors, because if an enemy is behind a door and they're coming through, they'll bust the door open, and it will actually hurt Sebastian enough to kill him on Akuma difficulty. Even though sometimes, for whatever reason, it is possible to live getting hit by the door, it's just best to not get hit by that door. Now I know there's a few more guys out here, like that one right there. I wasn't as hidden as I thought I was. It's alright. Down here there is no traps. Up there there is traps, so do be careful. That one's done. We'll take that. See if he's gonna turn into some gel. Nothing, huh? Cheap bastard. What's this? Sorry about that sound. It's either my PlayStation or my dog you're gonna be hearing, because she's pretty restless. And since I'm sick, I can't really take her anywhere. Okay, so he never turned into Joe, which sucks. It's fine, I guess. Here is a bear trap. Just disarm those as well. You do get trap parts, or a trap part. You definitely want to look behind the corners before you continue to go out, because if not, it could hurt you in the long run and get you detected. Hang on one second. Sorry about that. I believe there's something on this wagon here. Guess not. Yeah, that sucks. I'm going over to this building. Woo! I almost stepped into that. Excellent kill right there. Yeah. Now where did my torch go? The torch can kill multiple enemies with one swing. So it is, you do really you want to keep this on you. It is an excellent tool. Unfortunately, to pick up a bottle or anything, I do have to drop it, which sucks really bad. But as long as you know where you are and what you are doing, you don't have to drop the torch. So this guy might end up getting the torch, just because I know there's a bottle back there. Walk, motherfucker. He's getting the knife. Now, as I've said, I have seen different kill animations. One of the different kill animations I've seen is a neck breaker, which I only ever seen that once, so I don't know if there's a specific thing that causes it or what, but it was pretty cool. So, post comment if you've seen anybody, if you've seen Sebastian do a neck breaker to anybody, because I would like to know what causes it or how rare it is. I know there's a few traps back here, and possibly one guy. So, turn that off, crouch back down. Maybe the traps aren't back here on a survival difficulty, but I know on higher difficulties I've seen a few different bear traps back here. So dismantle this, or disarm it, my bad. Now, There is 3 or so guys that are back here who will wake up once I activate that crank right there. It's these 2 right here for a fact. And I believe a couple more will as I start cranking this up. Unless I killed them all. Which is a possibility that I killed everybody. Okay, so I killed them all. Fantastic. Now everybody here, there is way too many enemies to deal with. So you are going to avoid going in there. Once you beat the game and you have the rocket launcher, you can go into there if you want. The rocket launcher is trash. I hate it. But right now you do not want to fight those guys. So you just want to walk along this outside wall here. You will get discovered, or most likely get discovered. Especially if you aren't careful. But once you get to the bridge, you'll be safe. That guy right there will see you because he is on the bridge. Something you can try to do is go off to the side, like I'm gonna try and stab him. For whatever good that did, probably none. Oh shit! And that's why I'm playing with volume. I was playing with volume without. I was playing without volume there, not doing it again. Alright, that's where I'm gonna end this stream. I'm really not feeling too good. I'm going to complete this stream though. This is actually something I want to do and I actually have the drive to do it, but it's probably gonna be a couple days before I come back and stream again, just because I've got a lot of stuff going on, whether it be from me being sick or trying to get this, hopefully getting this job that I really want. But remember to like if you like, dislike, tell me why I dislike, come back for the next stream or video and see if I improved on what you did not like. Remember to subscribe. Right now my channel is pretty, like my upload schedule is pretty erratic, so I'm gonna try to get on a very firm basis of uploading and streaming and stuff like that. I really don't like just uploading videos. It takes me out of the moment where I'm not interacting with people who are watching me. I love doing that, whether it be Robson or Needy Shield or anybody. I just love the interaction with people. When I'm doing just a recorded video, it's kind of boring, especially if it's in the downtime, because in the downtime where I'm not doing anything in the game or where I can't do nothing, and there's gonna be a few moments on here like that, it's nice to have interaction with people. But until, I'll probably be back in a couple days or even tomorrow to stream, so make sure to check back to see if I'm streaming, and yeah, see everybody next time.